Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Jade. I'm the 310 Stitcher here on YouTube as well as Instagram and Facebook. I hope you're in the right spot. I hope you like cross stitching stuff as well as this is mainly a cross stitching channel, but I also do show some other crafts that I do, including knitting, primarily knitting and some crochet. So I have a huge update to share with you guys. We have a lot to go over. How many whips do I have? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 whips. I've been busy the past 2 weeks and it has been glorious. Not gonna lie. Okay. So I hope you have a cup of something. I forgot to grab my water, but that's okay. Let's get right into it, shall we? I have a bin right behind me, or right beside me, I should say, that has all of my whips and new starts in it. So this time around, what I have is I have 13 whips, 2 new starts. Yeah, so the 13 whips includes 2 pieces that are Monopoly stitching. Anyway, let's just go and see where things stand, okay? All right, so one of the new starts that I did. Oh, I should grab the picture. Okay, so one of the 2 new starts is a printed, stamped cross stitch. And I showed this in my unboxing of my package from Painting Fairy cross stitch. And this is Hogwarts Castle. So that's what it's gonna look like. So it's beautiful. This thing is huge. I didn't realize how big this thing is. It's incredible. Anyways, so I really wanted to try out Painting Fairy's floss, because they have their own Egyptian cotton floss. So I wanted to try it out and see how that compares to, you know, my DMC or my CXC. And I just wanted to try one of their charts. One second here, if I can get this out of the bag. Okay, so this is all the floss for, actually it's not all of the floss, but it's most of the floss. So it comes like this, all nicely bundled up. It comes with all of the numbers and whatnot on the cards, so that's fantastic. So that really saved me a lot of work, and so I just keep them bundled up like this. And there is some extra in there as well. Okay, this thing is massive. Okay, so I'm not going to, like, this is just a small portion of it, and it's wider than it is tall, so you can see how tall it is. So it is huge. It's going to take me a while, which is fine, but I was really looking for a Hogwarts Castle type thing to stitch, and I really love this, especially with all those stars and the reflection on the water and whatnot. Anyways, so I did 287 stitches. So you can see there, I'll show you on the back. There we go. So I haven't done a ton. Now, I really there's a couple things I really like about this kit. One is the edges come serged. The other is the margins are huge, which is really nice, especially if you want to put it in a scroll frame or a Q-snap. Then you've got enough room. You don't have to sew any extra on. The symbols are very, very clear. Okay, so except here, let's see if I can show that. I don't know if it's gonna show. But see this green here? How close can I get? Okay, it just looks like a green square, right? And that's what it looked like to me as well, except that I didn't see a green square anywhere in the legend. So I was going to contact them to find out what was going on. But then I remembered that they give you the pattern as well. So it was great because I was able to go. Let me pull this out. I was able to go, so you have the picture again. And then they have several pages with all the legend, including all the symbols and whatnot. There's a lot of blends in here too, which is very cool. And then they give you the pattern. So I was able to see here that it's actually not a solid green. It's actually green diagonal lines, like many of them in the square. And then when I looked at it very closely on the fabric, I saw, yes, it does have those lines. I just wasn't able to see them. So I was a little confused for a few minutes, but overall it's fine. So I'm really enjoying stitching with their floss so far. I think it's very like DMC, I think. Nice and easy to work with, long stapled cotton. So yeah, no, it's great. I'm really enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to working more on this. And I did decide that I am going to count my stitches, at least for now. I have one of these bobbies, so I can do that fairly easily every 10 or so. Okay, so that was the first new start. So not a lot, it was 287 stitches, but this week I will put in more. I'd like to get to 1,000 stitches, at least for my new start. And the same thing is going to go for my other new start, which I don't know exactly where that is. So we'll have to come back to it. I'm just going to pull off the top because otherwise I'm going to have a big avalanche. All right, so something that I had started before or after the last video, I don't remember, was Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow, and I don't have it here. I'll pop a picture in of what it looks like. And what I started to do was to do all of the borders. So I wanted to do all the borders first, and not quite finished, but very, very close. So I only have, so it's going to be, I have to finish this line, do the one next to it, and then do 2 more lines here, and that's it. So that's awesome. I will hopefully get that done tonight, maybe, as I'm watching the Jays game. We have been watching a lot of baseball, which has been fun. Anyway, so that's my semi-new start. And I don't know how many I put into that, how many stitches that is. I have not been counting. I've just been stitching, stitching, stitching. So I've not been counting. All right. So this is one of my Monopoly pieces that got pulled for this time. And I'll just show it real quick because I will show it in the Monopoly video as well. But this is Tender Temptation. I'll pop a picture in here. And I'm still working on that white border. So I think I was about here. So I finished all of that and then that. And that was 450 stitches. So it wasn't a ton, but I only had to do, I think I only had to do 400 or something for Monopoly. So not bad. Okay. All right. So the next one, just gonna pop the floss monster over here. Okay, so the next one is a design from Heaven and Earth Designs. It is by Jeff Haney, and it is called Scaredy-Cats. If I can, I'll pop a picture in here what it looks like. And this is where we're at. So again, I didn't put a ton into this. I put in, oh, well, almost 1,000 stitches. I did 974 stitches and mostly filling in all of that and some of that purple. So it was nice. It was really nice because it was, it's block stitching, right? So it's nice. It's not complicated. So yeah. So this one, by the way, is being done on 22 count, 22 count even weave. So still have a long way to go, but actually, where am I? I am, oh, I didn't write it down. Bear with me for 1 second. Have my iPad right here. Okay, so Scaredy-Cats, oh, I hit 21%. So 21%. So that's not too bad. I have 20,205 stitches out of 96,250. So it's not a huge chart, but I pulled it out because I had finished all my other stitching and I wanted to work on some more Halloween stuff. So I thought this was a good time. This is going to stay out for the rest of the month. So I can continue working on it along with Halloween at Hawker and Hollow. Okay, next. Okay, my next new start. So my next new start was Lakeside Lodge. This is the one that I pulled the last time, right? The last video. And I'll pop a picture in here. And I did 390 stitches. So I decided to try doing it on the diagonal. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. This is being done on 25 count even weave, which had been for something else, but I couldn't remember what it was for, so and it was the right size, so I just pulled it. So yeah, so I don't know if I'm gonna continue doing the cross country. I thought I would just start it, start it for now. And I do like, in this case, I was doing a 20 stitch diagonal and then parking in the third diagonal. So yeah, so this one's going to be a fairly good size too. So I'm going to leave that in the Q-snap because I want to, before I put it away, I want to get to 1,000 stitches. Okay. Yes, I told you that was being done on 25 count. Okay. That is at 0.21%. So it won't, at 1,000 stitches, it won't quite hit, sorry. Yeah, it won't quite hit 1%. But that's okay. I just want to get 1,000 stitches into to the new starts. Okay. The next one. Oh, I didn't say. Sorry, I'm a little discombobulated today. Lakeside Lodge is hopefully I'll have put it on the screen who it's by, because I don't recall right now. I'm just totally blanking, so sorry. Okay, so the next one I want to show you is Jelly World. So this is the 2025 Haid Stitch Along, and I chose Jelly World. So I'll pop a picture in here. Of what that's going to look like. And this is where it is now. So the last time I spoke to you, I had, a little bit done in here. And anyways, I've filled in a lot more. I put in a total of 2,565 stitches in the past 2 weeks. So I'm working on, so I did the first 4 pages and I'm working on 2 more pages. I'm focusing on these 2 pages here because I'd like to get the 6 pages done. If you get 6 pages complete, then you get all the other 11 or 12 patterns that were offered for the stitch along. I'm not aiming for the whole thing, just for this total of the 6 pages. So I'm going to focus on that. I think that's absolutely doable. And yeah, anyway, so 2,565 stitches. I'm at a total of 35,516 stitches out of the 90,250, so I'm at 39.4%. We have to get to about 52%, so that would be the 6 pages. So seeing as how today is Monday, I didn't say that. Today is Monday, October 13th. Happy Thanksgiving to all my fellow Canadians. I have a little while to myself today, which is unusual for a long weekend, but everybody went out for a little bit, so I thought I would take advantage and do a little filming. All right, the next one is also Monopoly stitching. So I'll just show it real quick. This is called Spirit of the Phoenix. It is by Dakota Detweiler, and I don't recall where from, but I'll put a picture in here. And hopefully I'll write on the screen where that's from. And that is where I am now. I put in a total of 496 stitches into this, which I think I had to do about 400. I don't remember, or maybe less. I really don't remember, but I put in a lot more black. I've decided that I am gonna do extreme cross country on this project, so I'm going to do all the black and then I'll fill in the blues and whatnot after I'm completed. This one is also being done on oh no, this one's being done on 18 count. I helpfully wrote myself a note. On 18 count, 2/1. And I tried a couple of different things. So when I first was doing it, I was doing 2/1 full cross, and it's amazing coverage. The coverage is fantastic. Then I thought, okay, let me see what the 2/1 half cross will look like, because I was wondering if maybe it was going to be too thick when I tried to put all of the color, you know, when it fills in. But I didn't like that. I did not like how the 2/1 half cross was looking, because it left these white lines, so like white diagonal lines. So I didn't like that. So then I tried here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but anyways, in here I tried 1/, and in here 1/1 full cross, and there's too much white showing, so I've just gone back to the 2/1 full cross. And thank you to Kim for helping me make that decision. Okay, next, moving right along. It's one of my favorite projects. So this is Sunset in Venice. It's a Hade. It's by Dominic Davidson. And I'll have popped a picture in here. And this is what it's looking like now. Don't mind this mess. Oh, it looks like a rat's nest. Hopefully they're not all tangled, because that'll be very annoying. But anyway, so I filled in a lot more of this all the way down to like here. I just started at the top and just was picking, you know, the ninja stitches that were missing, and then filling it in. So I'm here. I'm going to finish this, and then I'm going to move the Q-snap down, because this is the bot. There's only like half a page down here. So I'm going to finish that, and then I will move the Q-snap to a different area. I'm not sure exactly where, but I love this. This is being done on 25 count, 1/1 full cross, and I absolutely love this. So where are we on this? So I put in, since last time you saw me, I put in 1,144. No, I did more than that. Sorry, that was just 1 week. So 1144 plus 756, so almost 2,000 stitches. So that's pretty awesome. I'm going to put these back in the bags as I go, because I'm going to end up with a big mess down here. Okay, the next one. Okay, so the next one I want to show you was for my alphabet stitching. So you may recall, if you've watched me before, I started doing, a little while ago, I started doing this alphabet stitching. So I started with the letter A. I picked one of my projects that started with the letter A, put in 1,000 stitches, then moved on to B. I don't have a timeline. However long it takes me to do 1,000 stitches is what it takes me, and that's what I'm, you know, before I get to the next one. So that's awesome, because I wanted to, I just want to move through more of my projects. I'd like to see some more progress. and we'll talk more about alphabet stitching a little bit later on, but I was on the letter F, as in Frank, and I picked fortune teller. So I'll put a picture in here of what that's going to look like. And this is where she is now. So I got a lot in, yeah, I got to her face, a lot of that stuff. So I put in 1,203 stitches. And that is what? Sorry, bear with me for half a sec here. I have my 2 notebooks. And of course the info that I want is on the other one. So I'm now at 11.4% on this project. So I have 13,670 out of 120,000. So again, it's not a big project, but oops, sorry. It is very heavy confetti, and I was excited to get to her face and her eye. So this one got its 1,000 stitches. We got 1,200 stitches, which is awesome. So this is going to get put away, and I'm going to move on to the next letter. But again, we'll talk about the alphabet stitching later because I want to make a couple of modifications to it. Okay, next is Home Sweet Home. So this is a project by the Cross Stitch Studios, and it's artwork by Diana Dengel. It is being done on 25 count Lugana. And I don't know if I have a previous picture or not, but I've been working in a lot of the browns, a lot more browns up in here. Actually, I connected these two. Those were not connected. So I put in 1,805 stitches in the past 2 weeks. I think it's looking great. There's a foot, the person's foot. Anyway, there's so much confetti in this. It's very slow going. This is more slow going than Sunset in Venice, and I'm also dealing with a lot of confetti right now. But anyways, that's okay. It'll get done when it gets done. And in the meantime, I'm having fun. All right. Did I tell you where I was on that? I put in 1,805 stitches, and I'm at 52.4%. So I'm over halfway done, which is awesome. I have 175,717 stitches in there out of the 335,627. So that's pretty awesome. Okay, next is a project by Cross Stitch Collectibles, and it is the Coliseum. So I'll put a picture in here of what that's going to look like. It's complete. And if you've seen me before, you know I've been stuck in all of this area. So this is sky. This is part of the building. Part of the building that's behind, like the far side of the building that's showing up. Ouch. And then this is the part of the building that's in the foreground. So what I'm trying to do here is I would like to get this complete, and all of this complete to like here somewhere. And then I'm going to move the Q-snap because I need something different to look at. This is just, yeah, there's also a lot of confetti. A lot. So, but it's okay. It's looking great. And again, this is not a huge one. So the Coliseum, since the last time you saw it, I put in 1,021 stitches, and I'm at 31.4%. So I have 48,228 out of the 153,584. So we're getting there, right? Everything is moving up slowly but surely. All right. Next, I know it's a favorite of some of you. This is artwork by John Godward. It is also a Haid, and it is called, let me move this stuff out of the way. It is called a Pompeian Lady. This is a mini. So there we are. So I finished her face. Doesn't it look so good? I think it looks awesome. Yeah, it's looking so good. So I finished her face, and then I've been working more in her skin. Again, lots of confetti, and you know, some of the red and stuff. But I think I want to finish, before I move this, I think I want to finish working on her skin first, and then I'll move to her dress. I'm not sure. We'll see. But I'm really loving it. I was worried about her face, but I think it looks fine. There's something wonky going on here. But yeah. It is a mini, right? So you do lose a little bit of detail. But I mean, if you're looking at it from 3 feet away, I think she looks great. So I was really excited to get her her face finished. Okay, so that one I put in 1,119, and I have 24,772 stitches in there out of the 105,975. So I'm at 23.4%. Originally, at the beginning of this year, my goal had been to get to 50%. That's not going to happen, mainly because of the Haid Sal. But I'm just not putting stress on myself. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the next one is called Dragons of the Sabbath. I'll put a picture in here of what it's going to look like when it's done. And as you know, or if you're new, I had completed all of the black on this piece at the end of last year. Finished all of the black, all 251,000 and plus stitches. And my goal for this year was just to get one dragon done, which is the blue one right at the top. And it's looking good. I'm still filling it in. Again, lots of, I've been in confetti, like, I've been, just in, not hell, but I've just been doing a lot of confetti with all of my projects, it seems. So definitely filling in. I put in 1,147 stitches into this, so I'm at 44.1%. So I have 266,041 stitches out of the 604,000. Oh. Let me just open up this whole thing. One sec. This fabric is so dirty. And I wash my hands and stuff. It's not that, but so the blue dragon, you can see, continues past where my Q-snap would go. And okay. All right. So this one is being done on 23 count. Well, they sold it as 22, but I counted it out as 23 count. Even weave. The black I did 3/1 half cross, and the colors I'm doing 2/1 half cross. And the colors are looking just fine. I'm not seeing a lot of gaps, but with the black there was too much white, so that's why I had to go to three strands. And yes, that was the 251,000 stitches of black. Took many skeins of 310. Okay, so that will go in there. And I think we got through all of them, which is amazing. Okay, now, did we get to all of them? Yeah, we got through all of them. Okay, so a couple more things. One is we need to pick a new start for next week. So, or for next video. Let's do that. And hopefully things don't go flying here. Oh boy. Okay. So let's pick a new start. Spin. All right, new start. Oh, don't feed the plants. That's cool. That's very cool. I got fabric for that. I just got fabric for that at our retreat this August. That's fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to have to pause for a second. Okay, I got it. So this is by Ingleside Imaginarium. It's called Don't Feed the Plants. And I've had this pattern for, sorry, I have the hiccups. I've had this pattern for quite a bit. And I just didn't, I wanted to get some really cool fabric to do it with. And I couldn't get a hold of the fabric that is called for, which is 32 count linen in Garden Party by Bestitch Me. Anyway, I couldn't find it. So from Enchanting Lair at the Gathering Thread Retreat, I bought some fabric in the colorway called Tourmaline. This is 32 count Lugana. So not quite the same as the Bestitch Me one that's called for, but I think it's gonna work great. It still has those like pinky and greeny colors. So that's fun. I don't know if there's a, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm going to have to start from the middle. And I'll see if I can put, by the way, there's Enchanting Layers info, in case you're curious. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I'm going to see if I can get this into Markup RXP. That's what I was trying to say. Because that would be great if I could not have to do it off the paper pattern. That would be fantastic. Okay, so that's the new pick for the next go around. By the way, Monopoly will be at the end of this. Hopefully, we'll see. But what else did I want to talk about? I wanted to talk about my alphabet game. So, in case you're new, first of all, thank you for being here. That's to both new people and existing watchers and subscribers. I hope you stick around. If you haven't yet, please hit the like and subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. Okay, so if you're new and you haven't heard about my alphabet game, I think I explained it a little bit earlier in the video, but I want to make some changes to it. And again, so the whole purpose behind me doing this was so that I could get more stitches, like I could move through more of my projects. But what I'm realizing as I'm going through and I'm picking just one project, for example, out of the F's, I think I had about 6 or 7 projects that started with the letter F, and I picked Fortune Teller because that was my favorite. And that, if I'm always picking just my favorite, then that means that my non-favorite projects are going to sit there and not get stitched on. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm still doing an alphabet game. I'm going to start, I'm just going to start from where we are now. So I'm going to start with, I have the letter G now, right? So actually we have to do that as well. I have to pick that one. So I'm going to go to the letter G, but instead of picking just one of my projects for the letter G, I am going to do, and doing 1,000 stitches, I'm going to do all of the projects that start with the letter G, one after the other, and I'm going to put in 500 stitches. So it's less, it won't take as long, but I will get 2 projects having been touched instead of just one, if there was only 2 projects. But so yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to start from where we are now. I was debating starting again from the beginning, but I don't think I have to. I think I'll just start from here. But let me tell you about what projects I have that start with the letter G. Just opening up my Notion. I guess theoretically I could continue with the letter F. But no, I'm gonna move on to G. So I have 2 projects with the letter that start with the letter G. One is the Grand Library Supersize Max Color, so I'm excited about that. And the other one is called Gazebo Path, and that was, I don't know if I have a picture of it. It was from a magazine, and I don't even, this was before I knew anything about anything, and I just ripped out the patterns out of the magazines that I wanted, and then got rid of the rest of the magazine. So I don't know I don't know what it's from, but anyway, so I have only 2, so that's awesome. And then when we move to the letter H, I've only got 3. that start with the letter H. One of them I'm already working on, which is Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow. Actually, the other one is also one I'm working on every week, which is Home Sweet Home. And so I don't feel like I need to do this 500 stitch thing with either Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow or Home Sweet Home. And the only other H is Honeymoon Sunset. So and yeah, so 2 weeks I should be able to get, so that's only 3 projects, 1,500 stitches. With the letter I, so I'm gonna also talk to you about the letter I. The letter I only have 1 project, and that is Indian Peacock, which is a dimensions kit, which I have been neglecting, and yeah, I've just been neglecting. I've been neglecting it. Because I made some mistakes, and I don't know, trying to go back and figure out the mistakes. I'm not sure, but anyways, I will try to muster up the energy to try to figure out what the mistakes were. Oh, and then the other H actually is the Hogwarts Castle, right? But I'm already putting stitches into that, so we'll see. I don't know. It may stay. I think that one's going to stay out anyways for the month of October, so I think we're good. So that's my alphabet stitching. That's the new start pick we've done. I've shown you my whips and my new projects. I don't have my knitting here. I did do a little bit of knitting, but I don't have it here, so I'm not going to show you that today. But I think that's pretty much it. The retreat. If you haven't yet, there are still spaces available for the Gathering Thread retreat for 2026. It's in August 2026. Check it out. I'll leave the info down below for the website where you can read all about it. And I hope that you come, because it was an amazing time this year, and I'm looking forward to next year as well. So so join up, sign up, because it's gonna be a great time. And that is about it. Wow, I've moved through this pretty quickly, I think. Although I have to add in a bunch of pictures and whatnot, so that I guess it'll be a little bit longer. But that's all. That's all. So I do have a new whiteboard that I'm not going to grab it right now because it's really big and it's precariously perched on my desk right now. But I have a new board where I have alphabetized all of my whips, and I have the whip name, the 2025 goal, what that was, the status, so where am I now in comparison to that goal, and then just a column for whether I met the goal or not. So that'll get a check mark, or when I meet the goals. So maybe what I'll do is I'll show you those. I'll show you that when I do 2026. And I have also left room in between each of the letters, each of the different letters, for new starts, because that was my issue before. I would alphabetize, but then as I add more stuff, there would be no room to write it, so then they'd get moved to the end of the list. But now I have them done properly. So anyway, all right, now I'm just babbling. So I really hope that you had fun stitching while you're watching this video, or doing something else. I know some of you do like house chores and stuff while you're watching these videos. So I hope you've had a good time, a productive time, and I will wish you adieu until the next time, which will be about 2 weeks. I hope that wherever you are in the world, you're happy, healthy, safe, and you have a great time stitching. Bye.